Joe Rogan finally responded to Donald Trump's online criticism after the former president called out Rogan for making pro-RFK Jr. remarks on his podcast.
Joe Rogan is an absolute joke and a complete pussy, and if I ever saw him, I would whoop his bitch ass. What a coward. Joe Rogan, frankly, is an embarrassment to this country. He used to be such a powerful guy. What a guy. Everybody agrees this is one of the best guys. Joe Rogan is the best, and everyone knows it. And I love RFK. Who doesn't love RFK? He's a great guy.
I knew you were butthurt because I didn't endorse you. I wasn't endorsing RFK. I'm going to endorse this next gentleman. One of the greatest people that's ever lived. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Diaz.
Oh, my God.
Verbal or life.
Y'all living in some crazy times. Thank you for joining me here at Verbal on Life. My name is Noel. Enjoying life as much as I can, just watching different videos and staying in tune with today's news. I was looking at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan really, it's a disaster because the man is going against Trump. Why would Joe Rogan go against Trump? The man is a maniac. Check out this video.
I think it's the path. I think it's what happens. I think what this thing is, if you extrapolate, if you take the concept of a sentient artificial intelligence that has the ability to utilize all the information that every human being has on Earth at a level of computing that's far beyond the capabilities of the human mind and all of our supercomputers that currently exist, because it'll design much better computers. It'll use quantum computers. It'll have the ability to recode things and change things. It'll make better versions of itself. So instead of biological evolution, which is very slow, it takes a long time, relatively. It's pretty quick, really, when you think about it. Like how long, it's not that long to go from being a single-celled organism to being a human being flying a plane, really, relatively, over the course of a billion years, if you think about how long the universe has been around.
When listening to Joe Rogan, I'm thinking of listening to like a man, bro, a guy who knows how to speak to the audience. It makes a lot of sense. But here he is talking about AI.
But it's slow compared to technological evolution. I mean, 100 years ago, we didn't have shit. And now we could send videos from your phone and it'll hit New Zealand in a second.
For sure.
It's crazy. The stuff that we have now is beyond imagination. It's essentially magic for people 100 years ago. If that keeps going, it's ultimately going to lead to a life form. And if that life form has now untethered, it doesn't have any problems with biological evolution. Now it's just about information and implementing the technology that's available and then increasing that technology and making it better and better. It essentially becomes a god. Because if you give it enough time, it has the ability to make better versions of itself, which will in turn make better versions of itself. It has the ability to utilize everything. It has the understanding of everything that exists in the universe. It's black holes, dark matter, everything. And it probably has the ability to harness that or even reproduce that. So if you take artificial sentient intelligence and it has this super accelerated path of technological evolution, and you give artificial general intelligence, sentient artificial intelligence.
Wait, can we just unplug it? No electricity, no thinking, no power, and the conversation moving on to the next thing. Like, what are we talking about here? Is a robot being powered by a battery? Once the battery runs out, or what, it's smart enough to know that it got to change its battery or change another robot's battery. I can't wait till we get like 1 billion robots running around helping people. And Joe Rogan, I think I hate the fact that he went up against Trump, and Trump already put out a Truth Social saying that it's going to be a little bit tough when he goes on stage and gets booed.
It's far beyond human beings. You give it 1,000 years alone to make better and better versions of itself, where does that go? That goes to a god. Can't rely too much on a system that doesn't give a fuck about you, and a system that.
Oh, and by the way, I saw his stand-up on Netflix, and it was corny. That's it. You're an old man with corny jokes. Making jokes ain't for everybody. And he went on there, he did like an hour special on Netflix. Joe Rogan has a lot of money. So at this particular point, it's all about him doing things to feel better about himself, not about the money. That's it. He's a multi-millionaire, generational wealth. So his kids are going to be okay. So then we got to criticize what the hell he's talking about. He's not helping Trump. We need somebody like Trump in the White House. Joe Rogan is not going to give him an interview, and hopefully he gets booed next time we go to UFC. UFC is Joe Rogan's second job when he goes over there, and I definitely hope he gets booed every single time he steps on stage. What do you think? Comment down below.
If you're paying attention to where it's going, a large amount of it is about to get sucked up by AI. Like a giant chunk
of the entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean,
a giant chunk. But here's the thing. I feel like if you have,
or maybe we got to learn how to talk like Joe Rogan, talk without bro talk. That the man makes sense. The man's a genius when he's really not. He got no clue what the hell he's talking about. What he really is an entertainer. And you know, as an entertainer, you can say whatever you want. And then whatever doesn't work out, you can say, I was just being a comic. I was just playing around. You know, that's just me. Don't pay any attention to me. But at the time that he's saying it, he just sounds like he means it. Like it's the truth. And when it backfires, I was just playing.
AI, like whatever the next generation of ChatGPT is, you could be able to devise a very effective business plan that like really made sense. The AI would sort of guide you step by step. Like, this is what you're going to do to achieve success. It'll probably even break it down. If you write for 20 minutes every day, that will
bro talk. And you know, there's another scientist saying that AI is really being overhyped. You know, that they're saying it's going to do this and that, but at the end of the day, it's being overhyped. And because you're doing bro talk, you sound like you make sense. And everybody's afraid of saying it to your face that you make no sense, sir. And you know what? No, I hate the fact that nobody pushes back. That's where you need a gentle pushback. Shut up, Joe. You're super rich. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Increase your time.
Even though he got millions of subscribers and I got 4.
Of material by 50 minutes over the course of the next 10 months. And if you like do all the calculations, like, holy shit, is that real? And if you really thought about it that way, like through artificial intelligence, you let it guide your career, it would probably do an amazing job. What happens is AI achieves what they call sentient AI. So what it is at a certain point in time, if artificial intelligence gets good enough, it's going to be autonomous. It's going to be able to control itself. And it's
look at Ashley Larry just sitting there listening, not even saying a word. Like, what the hell are you talking about? I got bills to pay.
Going to be able to make better versions of itself. It's not going to be as simple as you made a thing and now I programmed into the thing what the parameters of this thing are, and now this thing can act like a person. No, you turn it into a life form, and then you say you have.
Imagine you start arguing with the robot, like, shut up. And the robot looks in your face, yo, my man, you need to sit down and shut up because I said so, and put fears in you. That would be funny. If I had one of those robots, I would tell it to shut up and sit down. That would be a funny fight.
The ability to create better versions of yourself. Well, that thing
is scaring the shit out of me right now.
That thing's going to be a god.
Like if he gets emotional, they're not going to call it a god.
Okay, that thing that's going to be a god, that thing might be 4 years away from us right now.
Right.
I'm like, no bullshit. Like 2029, it might be a real thing by then with the way technology is moving so fast. AI is either people are really excited about it or they're really terrified of it. Those are the it seems to be the two responses. Either people have this dismal view of these robots taking over the world, or they think it's going to be some amazing.
I think both types of robots are going to be available. So like in the movie, there's going to be like a red one and a blue one. right? The real one programmed by evil people that just wants to destroy others or make it used for like military purposes. Like go over there and dominate that small country. And then you're gonna have the green ones that are trained not to hurt people, not to kill people, and to always speak the truth. But the truth to help people, not the truth to kill people.
Sort of symbiotic relationship that we have with these things is going to evolve human beings past the monkey stage that we're at right now. And I'm afraid of, but I don't know if it makes any sense, is that
you make no sense, sir.
The next level of life, whatever artificial life is, or whatever the human symbiote is, that it's going to lack emotions, it's going to lack desires and needs and all the things that we think are special about us.
Like if that girl right there was a robot, I'll be sad. You could just call her, come in here, and let me talk to you. And you don't have to get ignored.
Creativity, our desire for attention and love, all of our camaraderie, all these different things that are sort of programmed into us with our genetics in order to advance our species, that we're so connected to these things, but they're the reason for war. They're the reason for the lies, deception, thievery. There's so many things that are built into being a person that are responsible for all the woes of humanity. What are the values that the AI has? Like, is the values for the human race? Is the values for New York City? Is the value for the country in general? Yeah. What is the values? And what is its imperative?
Like, grow and become stronger and dominate. So like a basketball game, to dominate the court or dominate this country, destroy everybody and just survive.
What is it trying to do? But the thing is, like, that's rudimentary AI. As AI scales up and gets far more advanced, and it's going to happen very quickly, it's going to bypass all that stuff, and it's going to come up with some sort of a moral, ethical foundation that everybody is going to have to operate under.
So above and beyond thinking. So after learning how to think thoroughly and come up with its own ideas, it got to figure out how to build more robots, right? And how to stay alive in terms of battery life, because it's all energy, right? I always said, like, you could unplug it, but if it could figure out how to stay plugged and how to create more energy, and then on top of that, create more robots, then we may have a problem. But it needs to get to that level where you are building your own robots using whatever factory Elon Musk comes up with.
That's good. It's going to be very weird, Neil, and it's going to be very weird very quickly. Very quickly. They could both help us and obliterate us. It's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be a wild ride. And it's
when do you think it'll be?
4 years at the most. In 4 years, we're fucked. In 4 years, everything's tossed. Everything's fucked. I mean, there's so many things that are just, we kind of like let slide today that won't be able, you're not going to be able to let like congressional insider trading slide. It's going to be a real problem. You're not going to be able to have bills where you have a border funding bill that also has funding for Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like there's all that kind of stuff is going to have to.
Hopefully we all get universal income where we get like $2,000 a month just for being alive, just for being a human being, because the robots are doing all the work and we can just sit back and watch.
Go by the wayside.
You think AI will prevent that?
Yeah.
How come?
Well, because people will be able to analyze everything about every bill instantaneously. It's not going to be as simple as, you have to sit down and read a 2,000-page bill. It's going to be AI is going to break it down, and it's also going to break down who the people are that proposed the bill, and then also what the influences these people have in terms of who their donors are. And you're going to get like very specific breakdowns.
Who the evil people that's trying to destroy humanity and who we got to get rid of before they take it too far. That should be cool. That's a good conversation.
These things are, and people will be far more informed. If it has all of human knowledge, all of it, everything on the internet that we've ever posted, all the books we've ever written, all the movies we've ever made,
everything,
all the lectures that have ever been given, if all that information is available and it can instantaneously access it and figure out what to do with it, it would just slowly start manipulating culture. And maybe
cancel the Joe Rogan show. He got to go. Turn off the lights for him.
That's what's going on. If you like, everyone's wondering about like Chinese intervention and Russian intervention in the media, and how many troll farms are running that are getting people to fight about any political issue or whatever it is, social issue, Ukraine, whatever it is. there's always some manipulation by bots.
That would be funny that you have an argument with somebody online and it's a bot and the bot is just telling you off and going at you and messing with you emotionally. That would be the best. After you finish talking to them for like an hour or two, then they tell you, by the way, I'm just a bot. So you lose.
What happens when AI starts doing that?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's already done it. Maybe it's already started. Maybe that's why you're seeing those professors or those deans of the presidents of Harvard and UPenn and MIT not able to say something as obvious as calling for the death of all Jews is genocide.
Right.
You saw that. Like, that is like, these people have been hit with a mind virus.
Right.
And that mind virus, if I was AI.
The woke mind virus, which Elon Musk is working with everything he got to defeat it. That's his number one op. And tomorrow we're going to hear about it when he has an interview with Donald Trump on X. It's going to be epic.
Yeah, I just fucking don't kill them all immediately. Just get them sick. Sora's just AI generated video. Show him the one with Japan. It's Tokyo in the snow. It's crazy. You can't believe it's not real, because it's like it's got people checking their bag, looking at their watch, tying their shoe, like normal stuff, pausing to talk to people. And you're looking at it, you're like, what?
I look at that video and I'm like, okay, I've been to Japan. I'm there. So I don't have to go. Save me a couple $1,000s.
It's not real. And apparently they generate them very quickly.
Think about it in 5 years from now.
Oh, it's going to be
10 years from now.
So this is all AI.
Beautiful, snowy Tokyo.
Snowy Tokyo City is bustling. Camera moves through the bustling city street. This is the prompt that made them, that made AI create this. Following several people. Like, look at this.
Oh, wow.
This is crazy. This is fake. You would never. You would think, oh, someone got a camera, and they're filming all these stories.
You know what? I'm going to leave it right there. All right. If you've been watching this long, thanks for watching. My name is Noel, battling MS here at Verbal on Life, because you got to be verbal. You got to talk. This is the time where we got to hear more voices. We got to hear more people talking, because if you don't have an opinion, then you're okay with things. That means that you're okay with anything that's good or bad. You're just there. So let's go ahead and be Verbal on Life. Leave your opinion below. Give the video a thumbs up and let's spread the word. I'm going to do my best. I'm over here in PA. Hopefully Trump will win the election coming up, November 2024. And let's see. This is my new format. Let's see how it works. I've been sitting down for like an hour or an hour. I'm going to upload this on my channel. But with that said, anything else I want to say before I say peace? Okay, thanks for watching. See you guys on the next video. Peace. Hopefully the audio works. All right.
Verbal on Life.